This video is gonna be very interesting. I was thinking of talking about Ellen DeGeneres recently, but then for some reason I just can't stop thinking about her and Oprah together. As far as every time I think about Ellen, I'm thinking about Oprah, just because of the fact that Oprah, when Ellen got in her situation, as far as her show being canceled during the pandemic, um, Oprah was actually had to go on social media at like 2 or 3 in the morning 2 or 3 a.m. and had to announce that she wasn't in jail. And at that time, I was like, why is Oprah getting so many messages and things of people saying she's in jail to the point where she has to go online and announce to everybody she knows, all her friends and family. So many people were calling her to the point where she had to publicly announce she wasn't in jail. And I'm like, what? What has gotten that bad? And this is around the time where overnight, everybody's at home, nobody's working, the world was shut down. And for some reason, Ellen, she started getting attacked about her show out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, people always had a problem with certain things Ellen did. But for some, I don't know why it happened during the shutdown. As soon as that happened, Ellen was like the first one to go. And we had other celebrities getting in trouble that people still haven't named yet. But Ellen's name came up. And then it was Oprah was in jail. And I'm like, whoa, why are these two celebrities being talked about? What has changed since then? The thing that has changed since then is Ellen has officially moved to Europe. She no longer stays in the United States. I don't think she's coming back either. It's something serious going on out here to the point where she's no longer out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize she no longer stays here after losing everything. And she lost everything in like 5 seconds. And this is an American, well, this is a Caucasian lady. So for her to kind of get in a situation like that and lose everything, uh, I think things are gonna get dangerous. That's all I will say. As far as the future, what's the whole? Because Oprah was already getting backlash for even having a relationship with her, and then Oprah was a person that was on Ellen's sitcom back in '97. As far as pushing the whole agenda, the LGBT thing, when Ellen came out as being LGBT on the TV show. And Oprah got a lot of backlash. She got canceled by a lot of people around that time. They was calling the N-word, all kind of stuff around that time. Oprah was suffering through a lot as far as the backlash and the racism she was catching around that time. I guess she didn't understand where they were at as far as in America, but it didn't really stop her. She kept pushing it as far as pushing these episodes out with Ellen, where she played a therapist while Ellen was going through her, situation as far as sexuality. And now, when you look at them being close friends and everything, they was recently at a gathering together with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, who I guess they're close friends with. But hasn't been a good last 3 or 4 years between these people, just because if you look at everything they have going on, Oprah's taking a lot of steps back. She really doesn't have the community's support like she used to. A lot of people look at her as a fraud. The whole situation with Taraji P. Henson, that was kind of eye opening to a lot of people. Her basically being involved with Weinstein over the years. It's a lot of things where people are looking at her and they kind of just saying like, man, in my eyes, I think like from what I've seen over the last 4 or 5 years, allegedly, I think they're gonna try to bring her name up in a couple of things that does happen. She gonna have to take the blow for a lot of these people who are leaving America. Just her involvement or friendship with these people. It's gonna be basically talked about for a while, whether she knows it or not. They're gonna be asking her, especially with Weinstein, especially the Weinstein situation, with her being in. And then I'm seeing his name. You can't really bring it up online. We still got that going on. So when we can't bring up Weinstein's name. So yeah, it's gonna be a while before they get to her. I guess they're gonna get everybody out that they can. Then they'll start pointing the finger at people who still left around and associated with these people. But it's gonna look crazy. It definitely is. I'm telling you. She's not in a good spot right now. A lot of her friends and people are getting arrested and locked up and leaving America. Um, she might be next as far as the people person they point at as far as blame. They gonna point the blame towards her on something. Trust me, watch. It's all allegedly, but I can see it. They saying too many bad reports about her. Weird stuff going on. I got another one coming up later, but it's a lot of weird stuff they bringing up about her. And she's starting to take blame for a lot of people. And she'll see.